becoming more transformational.
Oh, very good, very good.
Question number 8, the Honourable Michael Woodhouse.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Immigration. When he said of the refugee quota, quote, "We are very firm in our commitment to increase that quota, and our commitment before the election was to do that from the first term in government, and that is still my plan," end quote. Was he speaking in his ministerial capacity or as an individual with, quote, "a personal commitment to increasing the refugee quota as described by the Prime Minister"?
The Honourable Iain Lees-Galloway.
Mr Speaker, both.
Okay. In that case, when he advised officials on the 15th of November 2017 that he, quote, "would like a plan for increasing the annual refugee quota to 1,500 places to be developed by the middle of 2018, end quote, was he speaking as Minister of Immigration or as an individual with, quote, "a personal commitment to increasing the refugee quota," end quote?
Oh, Mr Speaker, as Minister of Immigration, I am continuing to advocate for an increase in the quota to 1,500, and I'm preparing myself so that I can seek the agreement of my Cabinet colleagues through the usual Cabinet processes.
When, following a 29 March briefing to him entitled "Options for Staging the Increase in the Refugee Quota," he directed officials to draft a paper to be taken to Cabinet in June, quote, "seeking agreement to permanently increase the annual refugee quota to 1,500 places," end quote, did he do so as Minister of Immigration or as an individual with, quote, "a personal commitment to increasing the refugee quota"?
I did so as Minister of Immigration, and as a sensible Minister of Immigration I've looked at some of the capacity issues that we inherited from the previous government, not least the appalling housing crisis that the country is facing. And I know that before we increase the quota, the sensible thing to do is to address those capacity issues.
When he received a document titled, quote, "Increasing the refugee quota, options for staging the increase to 1,500 places annually by June 2020, did he do so as Minister of Immigration or as an individual, quote, "with a personal commitment to increasing the refugee quota," end quote?
I did it as a minister with a personal commitment to increasing the refugee quota.
To the Minister, does he agree with Newshub that the Prime Minister has thrown him under a bus on this issue by backing down on the government's plan to increase the number of refugees after the policy already received funding in the latest budget?
Mr Speaker, in relation to the last part of that question, the funding that the member refers to was funding for the expansion of the Mangere Refugee Resettlement Centre, which, as I said yesterday, is necessary regardless of whether there is an increase to the quota or not. In regards to any bus, I haven't seen a bus, and I think an articulation of normal government processes, which I would have thought that member would be aware of, doesn't constitute any form of bus.
The Honourable James Shaw.
Yeah, thank you, Mr Speaker. To the Minister, given the renewed level of concern about the plight of refugees on Nauru and around the world, would the Minister be prepared to test whether there is now a parliamentary majority in favour of increasing the refugee quota to 1,500?
Were there an opportunity to do so, I'd certainly be interested to see how the opposition would vote on that.
Question number 9, Chris Bishop.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker.